There's a great lesson we can learn about prayer in the book of Mark, chapter 10. Jesus and his disciples are on their way to Jerusalem. And it says in verse 35, "And James and John, the sons of Zebedee, come unto him, saying, Master, we would that thou shouldest do for us whatsoever we should desire. And he said unto them, What would ye that I should do for you? And they said unto him, Grant unto us that we may sit, one on thy right hand and the other on thy left hand, in thy glory. But Jesus said unto them, Ye know not what ye ask. Can ye drink of the cup that I drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? And they said unto him, We can. And Jesus said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I am baptized withal shall ye be baptized. But to sit on my right hand and on my left hand is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared. As they came through the city of Jericho, it says in verse 46, And they came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And many charged him that he should hold his peace, but he cried out the more a great deal, Thou son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, Be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. And he, casting away his garments, rose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said unto him, What will that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I might receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. And so here it is. Two different situations where someone comes to Jesus and he says, What do you want me to do for you? And we see nothing but contrast here. And it's a great lesson, I think. First of all, James and John wanted glory. They wanted standing. They wanted status. They wanted positions on the right and left hand of Jesus to share in his glory, in his glorious kingdom. Bartimaeus wanted grace. He asked for mercy. He came to Jesus crying out in desperation for mercy. Well, what was the desire of Bartimaeus? He wanted to see. He was a blind man. He wanted to see. And he recognized who Jesus was. He called him the Son of David. And we see the difference in their motivation. The sons of Zebedee were motivated by selfish ambition. I mean, there were 12 of the apostles, and they could care less about the other guys. They wanted the two most prominent positions. The contrast to that, of course, is Bartimaeus, and he comes to Jesus in faith. He knows who Jesus is. He believes that Jesus can help him. And even with people telling him to hush and be quiet, he ignores them and basically makes a spectacle, a scene, by crying out so loudly to Jesus, because in desperation he knew that Jesus was the only one that could help him. And what we see here is the lesson that James teaches us in chapter 4. In verse 2, he says, Ye lust and have not, ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain, ye fight in war, yet ye have not because ye ask not. So you have these things you want, but you're not praying for them, you're not asking God. But then he goes on to say, And ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lusts. That's what James and John were doing. They were asking out of selfishness, out of a selfish desire for glory. The contrast is Bartimaeus, who was asking in faith and asking for mercy in his life from Jesus. So answer the question, which one did Jesus say no to, and which one received what they asked? Yep, let's learn the lesson from blind Bartimaeus. Go to Jesus in faith. Ask for mercy humbly. God bless you. Have a great day.